to Mama Z's Kitchen. It is a Saturday morning here, and we are going to make frittatas. I don't know if you've ever made it or not, but I've told y'all before, my daughter is a college student, and we have to get up really early. Her first class on Mondays and Wednesdays is at 7:30, so we have to get up and drive about 15 miles away to take her. We take her to class in the mornings along with her best friend, and then her best friend's mom picks them up in the afternoon. So it's usually rushing out the door, and so I'm always looking for things that we can pop in the microwave so she can have a hot breakfast. So what I like to do, you'll see a lot of recipes that add egg whites. I find it's kind of a waste of eggs, so I usually just use the whole eggs. I'm just using regular store-bought eggs. I don't have chickens yet because I live in an apartment, and probably apartment management will frown on that someday though. I want to have Polish chickens. Have y'all ever seen those? I know a lot of you homesteaders know what Polish chickens are. I think they're just the neatest chickens. They've got the big fluffy tops on top of their heads, and they're supposed to be really docile and make great pets. I don't know that I would ever be able to eat my chickens other than their eggs. Oh, I got a shell in there. So I'm using about a dozen eggs. These are really good to make up. They freeze well. I put them in a baggie. I use these little paper cups so you can just throw them away. That way I don't have to use any kind of cooking spray. I hate using that kind of stuff. Any chemicals I don't have to put in our bodies, the better. So I don't like using Pam or that type of cooking spray if I don't have to. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And then I just whisk it up. This is very versatile. You can put in whatever your family likes. We all kind of like something different. So I've got a mixture of toppings that we put in. You can put whatever vegetables. I put spinach. I've used egg whites by themselves. I tend to use the whole egg. They've kind of proven that the egg yolk is just as good for you, that it doesn't raise your cholesterol at all. So, that's what we use. It's kind of a myth that they've pretty much busted. So I'm also using heavy cream. Everything I kind of eyeball. This just makes it creamier. So you can use water if you don't want to, if you have a lactose problem. Or some people just prefer water in their eggs. I like the consistency of putting, or you can just use regular milk. I'm going to put a little bit of kosher salt in there. Okay. And then what I do is I just get a measuring cup. It seems to go a little bit. You can use a ladle. As I say all the time, you do you. And then you just pour a little bit into each cup. I'll wash right over here. And then I'm just, for time's sake, I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do here. And then I'll finish filling the rest of these up. I have got some ground sausage, just some breakfast sausage, and you just can drop a little bit into each one. I'm going to do 3 of them that way. And then my husband and I like cheese. And this is just Kobe Jack, grated Kobe Jack cheese. I tend to buy the block cheese. I don't buy pre-grated cheese because they add extra filler to store-bought grated cheese to keep it from sticking. So I always just buy the block cheese and grate it myself. It really doesn't take that long. I've got just some lunch meat. You can add that. My daughter doesn't eat a lot of cheese. It tends to upset her stomach, so I'm making some for her that doesn't have any cheese in it. And I will probably make a couple of batches of these. I tend to make things up ahead, like I said, so we can just pop them in the microwave from the freezer and go. I talked about this in another video. This is my friend's Michael's jalapenos and onion mixture. I am going to add some of this to my daughter and I's. My husband's not such a big fan of hot stuff, so I'm going to leave some out for him and not put it in his. Get some of the onion here. You can add, like I said, spinach. You can add bell pepper, whatever you have on hand. This is great to just add whatever you want. My cat Lucky is trying to make an appearance. So anyway, I'm going to finish making these up, and then you bake them off at 350 for about 25 minutes or until they come completely clean with a toothpick. I'll come back after these are done and I'll show you what they look like. These are out of the oven. Now, some of these they ran over just a little bit. I overfilled just a hair because I had a little bit of egg left. They'll still taste just fine. These look a little bit darker, but these are the ones that I put cheese in, so that's why. And these I didn't, because remember I said my daughter don't do cheese. So that's why they look a little bit darker. Anyway, my family's going to eat these. The rest of them I'll store and freeze for my daughter to eat throughout the week on her way to college. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next video. By the way, I'm going to be doing some jalapeno jelly this week. So be sure and check out that video. Be sure and like and subscribe to my videos. Thanks.